Friends beyond the binary, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for the podcaster. Here's the thing. This is the truth. It's time for a podcaster who makes, I don't know anything. I don't understand hair conditioner. And I know people are going to laugh at that. Hair conditioner. I don't quite get it. I conditioned my hair today and it's kind of in my face. And, I only do it every once in a while because they say, I'm supposed to be doing this every once in a while, huh? But then I'm like, but I'm not supposed to overdo it, but I don't bother to Google it. And, I think it's softer. Is it like moisture? I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding at all. People are going to think I'm making this up or just doing a bit. Is it like moisturizing your skin? I guess it's a real thing because it's been around for so long. Otherwise, I'd say, is that like, I don't know, something that you're supposed to do all the time, but then you say, do we really need it? But here's the thing. Let's start a talk. If you're a regular listener, because if you're new, you're like, what did I tune into? But my hair really is, it's in my face. When I say, well, it's kind of soft. So it's not bad. It's just different. Great question. When's the last time I conditioned my hair before today? Was accidentally 4 days ago because I thought I was at my parents' guest bathroom and I thought it was shampoo. So instead of washing my, that's probably a giant error. I didn't even wash my hair. I just conditioned. I said, well, I'll just condition it, I guess. I said, like, it wasn't until after I had rubbed it in. Because I did say, it's strange. They have two things of shampoo in here. Because the bottle wasn't clear. Nothing's clear here. And if nothing's clear here to you, you're in the right place because it's time for Sleep With Me. The podcast that's here to keep you company and take your mind off stuff so you can fall asleep because you deserve a good night's sleep. I'm so glad you're here. This show is really here to keep you company so you feel less alone in the deep dark of night. And if you're new, it does take a few times to get used to the show. It's very different, and I'll talk more about that coming up in the intro. But I'm so glad you're here because you deserve a good night's sleep. I'm here to try to help. And I appreciate you checking the show out. And these sponsors are how we're able to do this totally optional, 100% free twice a week. All right, everybody, Scoots here. Welcome to our episodically modular series, Nuns in Space. It's a story. Episodically modular means you can listen to it in any order. And believe it or not, this is a little inside info. Like, I recorded 2 openings for this episode because I was had a lot on my plate, and I didn't realize you recorded. So I don't know what opening you heard. Whichever one is more seasonal, you'll probably hear that one. So maybe, I don't know. So, both these episodes are coming out in the autumn anyway, but you can listen to them in any, it might not be autumn where you are, of course, but it could be autumn and you could be on the other side of the globe. You're in the right place, whether your toilet goes clockwise or counterclockwise. The only place I learned that was on The Simpsons. Where was it? Oh, I'm trying to introduce our podcast, the episodically modular series, Nuns in Space. It technically is called Nuns in Space, and there are nuns in outer space, in a spaceship, though they aren't the main characters. They're the nuns from my childhood, and they are in a spaceship. I am their only crew member, and part of my, as their crew member, my job is to work for them, but that is not the main, that's not even, that's like only a small part of the story. It's one of the episodically modular modules where that's just part of each episode so far. I help the nuns with some sort of issue on their ship. Like, for an example, if it was a commercial on TV and they spilled like a fruit drink and they'd say, we need something to pick this up quick, I would find whatever it is that would pick it up quick. Probably on a spaceship, you wouldn't use paper towels. No offense to the, big paper out there. Or, you'd probably, I don't know, would you though? Because, please, maybe we shouldn't go in outer space, because he'd say, well, just shoot it out the airlock, man. And I'd say, yeah, but probably would use a rag and then wash the rag. I don't know if they got ultrasonic, just hang it outside the ship. This is why that's why they won't let me in space. But so that's but the main character on the show is Stan, a sentient soda machine, and so, a freestyle soda machine in body or physical form. But more than that, a hero in space. And I am Stan's sidekick, separated from Stan each episode because I'm on the ship with the nuns from my childhood. Stan, each episode, in a very procedural way. And mysteriously, Stan, this is a part of the story you don't hear, but mysteriously Stan will come to realization on a planet that it's facing some sort of issue that Stan can help with. Stan has some sort of cosmic powers, but is kind of unaware of the powers and in some sort of loop where Stan just, it doesn't really come to, but he's like, wait a second, okay, here's where I am. Here's the situation. Let's just say the parent, this is not one of the episodes, but Stan realized, there's parents. They went away for a 2-week vacation. They did leave the keys to a brand new Porsche. And Stan would say, hey, Fresh Prince, probably not a good idea to drive that car. Problem solved. Let's go ride bikes and chew some gum together and maybe buy some, or go buy gum and have ice cream cones. So it's not that simple, though. So Stan is stuck in some sort of loop. Oh, boy, this could take the whole episode. It won't, though. But Stan also needs help. So my job, or Scooter's job, is to get from the spaceship with the nuns, to Stan to help. Because there's something else going on behind the scenes. We don't understand it. But if I help the nuns successfully, usually it creates some sort of ripple in time and space that I can get to Stan to help Stan resolve Stan's problem. But then it all happens again. Stan doesn't remember anything. Neither do the nuns. I do remember stuff in the story, the character that's strongly influenced by me. Fictional, though, by the way, the character in the story. That's why he's so dashing. But that cracked me up. But my brain comes up with these zingers. Yeah, he's too competent, the fictional version of you. But he does, what was my point? Now I got interrupted. But so I end up trying to help Stan. I do kind of remember stuff, but I'm not the best at remembering things. Even in a fictional when I'm dashing and competent, I tend to forget stuff. So that's basically it. We're in outer space, which could be anywhere. That's kind of a general term. There's a sentient soda machine, big with the biggest heart, named Stan. In worlds, trying to help improve situations. I go there, try to help Stan, but first I have to help the nuns. It's all to help you sleep, but I couldn't do any of this without the help of a Hollywood announcer named Mr. Antonio Banderas. The ladies, the gentlemen, the boys, the girls, the friends beyond the binary, it's time for Nuns in a space. Yeah, space. Thanks, Antonio. Antonio, by the way, if you never heard this before, Antonio drives up from Los Angeles just to record this because Antonio loves, for the love of sleep, right? I mean, usually sometimes when you get frustrated with me, you say for the love of something under your breath. But I'm imagining what you really mean is I'm dealing with the for love of whatever's frustration Scooter's putting in my path and growth opportunities for the love of sleep. Really, we could get to the, usually when I say for the love of something under my breath, it's disempowering. But now you've shown me, Antonio, that if I have a power under that, in your case, the love of sleep or other people, I mean, I think even below you say for the love of sleep, you really just love people. Once again, a shining example of everything except remaining perfectly quiet during a recording session without moving. Not even a mouse, or whatever that story goes. Not even a peep, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung. That's in the holidays, but not even a peep or something. But anyway, that's a good. Oh, you want to? I do love people. I do love sleep. I will try not to make a peep. Yeah. Thanks. Was that like a, no, it was not a poem. I mean, it was a poem. It wasn't with the kind of poem you're talking about, Scooter. Thanks, everybody. It's Nuns in Space, and that was Mr. Antonio Banderas. Hey, pen pal, it's me, Stan, and pen pal, I'm in a pickle again. So hoping Scooter somehow hears this, and I don't even know what I mean when I say I'm in a pickle again. It feels like every time I talk to you, I don't remember talking to you other than that I was in a pickle, and also feel frustrated with Scooter, which, I mean, that's kind of, since we've been working together. But I could really use some help, pen pal. I don't know how I got here. I'm not exactly sure where I am, other than everyone that's here feels like they're in the, like a large number of the people that are here have like some sort of geographic FOMO, where they feel like they're living on the edge of nowhere or in the middle of nowhere. And I thought that I've learned the limits of my being edgy, because I thought that I would help things by being edgy. And it's not really being edgy is not in the nature of a soda machine, it turns out, pen pal. Okay, so who I am, pen pal. Otherwise, I mean, these messages, only you and Scooter can listen to them anyway. But who am I and how did I get here and where? So I'm in a pizza shop, or a pizza parlor. I don't know what pizza parlor means. I guess it feels like a soda shop. It's a place, this would be pretty nice, pen pal. Like where teens, other people come here to hang out and eat pizza and drink soda. Great news. And I'm having trouble with my geography, but it does seem like these are very similar to human mammals on this planet. So we could be, I don't think I'm on Earth though, pen pal, but who knows? Maybe Earth 4, who knows? Or, Earth, places that Earth got, Earth influenced, or Earthlings have moved here. It's not important. That's the situation. Even if I'm on Earth, I hope I'm not, pen pal, by the way, unless Scooter can come help me solve things. Because I'm actually the soda machine for this shop, so I'm not really I'm bolted to the floor, which is frustrating. That's frustrating. I feel like I shouldn't be bolted to the floor. But I guess if I was the owner of the pizza shop, who does shine me with a rag, a lot of times the rag's not the cleanest, pen pal. But we're on a planet. We're somewhere. Doesn't matter, where everybody feels, for the most part, especially, the people I'm dealing with the most, which are teens, teenage, probably, maybe Earth humans, they feel like they're, because the thing is, pen pal, some space stations have these throwback places, so I'm not sure. I could be on I just don't want to assume, but I keep speculating, because it's part of, when you're a soda machine and you're bolted to the floor and you've become sentient, you do a lot of speculating. Okay, so the good things. I'm a soda machine. I work. It seems like a nice place. There's teens here. Things were going okay. Teens aren't great all the time, but they, the owner's keeping, he says, no, don't rock the soda machine or whatever. Please, you're welcome to eat, those are normal ups and downs with teens, right? Which I can handle. Like I said, everybody has a sense they're on the edge of nowhere. And I guess I'm going off topic like scooters. So I'm in a pizza shop where teens hang out, and things were mostly going well. I mean, I can be great, which means not perfect. And we're in a sleepy, whatever, where people consider, I'm just in a pizza shop. I don't know where else I am. And I'm positioned in a place where the windows, there's, anyway, they can just see, it doesn't matter. So a group of teens hang out here. Mostly, there's a core group of regulars. And it can be dull, but it can be interesting. And one of the things was, they like drinking soda. So I debated talking to them because I was listening, been listening in. But then it's like, well, what advice am I going to give them? And then I was feeling like I wished I was a teen and I could be involved and trying to speculate of like, well, if I start talking to them and never talk to the owner, where's Scooter? That comes up every fifth sentence. Where am I? Why am I here? What am I supposed to wait? Is Scooter coming? But I was, honestly, pen pal, I was trying to work up the courage to talk to the teens. And then one day, I don't know, I guess I go into sleep mode. I came to, and there was this new display. They removed some of the booths. And it was this giant motor, like a motorcycle, but made out of it had pizza cutters for wheels. And there was something else about it. It didn't look like it was made from metal, but it was called the Edge Maker 2000. And I guess it was I think it was a sponsored thing from one of the companies that supplies stuff in a raffle. You could win the, not that version. Obviously, you're not going to go anywhere on vehicles that has pizza cutters for wheels. But there was something strange about it, pen pal. Then some time passed. Teens were speculating. They were looking at it. But then it just became another passive thing in the background. Until later, no, not that long ago. And I guess this is where my own feelings come in. There was like a new kind of screen box on the between the handlebars that started to talk to the teens. Only when it thought the owner wasn't around or any adults. And first it just started making small talk, but always the small talk would lead to a sense of dissatisfaction of being in the middle of nowhere. Like all roads, if you rode with this motorcycle with pizza cutter wheels, it would talk in a way that it was very seductive and cool, but it created displeasure and reminded them, oh, this is so boring, you're right. Or it would ask questions like, does this town have a double Ferris wheel? Well, only at the county fair, that's just a made-up question, but stuff like that. Oh, wow. Where do you get your clothes? And they'd say, well, whatever. And, oh, okay, because you do that all, not directly. And then I even said stuff about me, like, what kind of soda machine is that? That looks more like a soda device. And stirring resentment for being in the middle of nowhere, quotey quotes. And then, the teens would whisper about the rider of the night or something in this podcast, and that it was like the rider of the night. And then the bike even started sending the teens out on quests to say, hey, I don't know if you have any of this. I heard this town has this kind of crystal, the glowing crystal. Never heard of it. Oh, you got to go out and find it. And then the teen said, well, why? And then the bike said, well, I have a secret power. I can't, I'm not just they don't just call this bike the Edgemaster 2000. And then the teens, but the bike had been listening, or the device or whatever. It said, well, yeah, well, Like, so I was using this rider of the night. I guess it was something the teens were familiar with, like some sort of talking car. But it said, I have powers beyond your understanding to help you fix your problems and fix the whole universe. You're not the only ones going through this. You're going through a universal teen experience, and I can fix it for everyone forever, and you'll be remembered forever. I said, but you got to go get those crystals. Then the teens said they got the crystals, and I said, okay, good. Now you have to go get this sort of liquid, I don't know. And then the teen said, well, what is your power? And at first it said, it said it, and I realized there's some sort of power. This is where I said there's something strange going on. It said, these wheels aren't just for cutting pizza. I could cut an edge in the entire universe. And everybody thought the bike was speaking metaphorically. But then it said, no. So that took a while of the bike. That was not a strong suit of the bike because the teen said, well, but anyway, this gets caught up in me because finally, as the bike kept coming back to the dissatisfaction, well, here's the solution. We'll just cut, if you're out on the edge, what you need is more edge. And the teens got that. I guess that's a message the teens got. And I said, I had to speak up finally. I said, first of all, it's not possible to cut an edge in the universe. Despite what you say, that's a ridiculous idea. And then the bike started poo-pooing me and, just saying, oh, boy, there's a grandmother's soda machine. Knows everything about science. I guess you don't know about metaphysical powers or something. I said, what? And it said, yeah, I can cut an edge in the universe using dark, neutrinos or dark matter. I don't know, pen pal. My processing is not, I don't feel like being bolted to the floor makes me process less. But, I understood that part is that it says it's going to cut a hole, an edge around the universe. And that then everybody would be living on the edge. And then I said, okay, so let's say that you could cut an edge in the universe. That's not a good idea. Like, that would mean that eventually everything would go over. Where's the edge? And you said, you find there's a place where the matter no longer exists. And I said, do the teens see that? And they said, yeah, that makes, then they said, yeah, that'll make it exciting, man. That would give maybe our whole world has lost its sense of meaning. And I could and it kept going with this. And I said, can't you see this isn't a good idea? Did you tell your parents about this cutting an edge in the universe? And so then I tried a different tactic, pen pal, because I said, well, this is not going to work. Going head to head with this Edgemaster 2000. Because, coming up, no, they don't celebrate Halloween. But they were kind of familiar with it. And I said, well, you don't celebrate Halloween. Don't you know the idea of tricks? Tricks or treats? And they said, tell us about the tricks. And I said, like carving a jack-o'-lantern or, just doing stuff like that. But that didn't appeal. Other than this, pen pal, they TP'd me. So I'm covered in TP, TP, like toilet paper. And they're still planning on getting all the materials this bike needs, which now I'm realizing whatever these raw materials are. And my ominous sense of the bike is that it's not a motorcycle. It is some sort of a cosmic thing that they are. So, Scooter, if you can hear me, I'm trying to get a hold of you. I'm covered in toilet paper. Scooter, I'm covered in TP. I could use some help. Okay, so Stan, did you say, teen, are you singing a song like Teenage Dream? tea leaves? I don't understand. Why are you, I was having a dream where you're talking to me through a toilet paper kazoo. Toilet paper tube kazoo. It didn't make any sense. Okay, sisters, I hear you. I'm coming to the, hi, sisters, reporting for duty. Right away, sisters, what do you need me to do? Oh, you're having a Halloween party. Really? Okay. Oh, right here on the bridge. Okay. No, I wouldn't assume I'm invited. Thank you for, so you need me to decorate. Okay. Okay, so I'll just go to the decoration storage area and get the decorations. Okay. Okay, so I'll go get those decorations. I didn't even know we had them. I didn't know. Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to head to this. Hey, pen pal, I'm glad you're listening. Going to get some Oh, hi, sister. You coming with me? Oh, you're leaving the other two sisters behind? Oh, you had a question for me. Sure, go ahead. What can I help you with? Oh, you need some advice on a costume. Okay, well, I'm just collecting. I'm going to be decorating. So what, you don't have any ideas for oh, you got to make your own costumes, huh? Okay, well, let me see. What would be the perfect, so sister, as well as I know you, oh, it has to be, oh, it's it's like with other, you're going to be in communication with other people. Oh, so it's a contest, or just between the three of you. Okay, well, I would say from remembering like our days together when I was a young lad, sister, I think there was like, I remember you had some sort of thing, which you would use to make the grades. It was like a paper calculator, but I always thought it was the answer key. But I'm thinking that maybe there's like a pun you could put together. Like, maybe one of those things like that you could be an answer key. So that way, because you're the most mysterious, you were always the most mysterious. So it's, I don't know, so answer key. Okay, so that's all you need. Great, great, sister. I'm so happy to help. I'm just going to get the rest of these decorations. Oh, hi, sister. No, yeah, the other, yeah, your sister was here. Oh, good to be alone with you. Great. Yep. Nothing like, is there something I can help? Oh, you need a costume idea. Oh, for like a Halloween costume contest? Okay. You know, was thinking would be a great one for you, sister, is it is like you could be, do you have any idea? Okay, of one of your students. Well, what about an animal version of your student? Like how they, like you could capture, like an animal that captures how your students, you want them to feel, something, I'm thinking something with a shell, something that, oh yeah, turtle, yeah. That is how I felt, is one of your students. Yeah, like, but you don't tell them you're a turtle, but you're so much more. You're a spiritual turtle. You make me feel like you spiritually make me feel like a turtle is what the message so that, I think that's a good costume, sister. Okay, great. I'll see, you're going to go to your, okay, you're going to go work on your costume. I'm going to bring these to the, and start decorating. Hi, sister. Yeah, the other sisters are, I guess, off doing some stuff. I'm just going to be decorating here, putting up these, CATSs and pumpkins and, yeah. What you look, you're like you're thinking about something. Oh, you need to win the Halloween contest, eh? Yeah. Oh, you need help. Well, you were the one that always talked about being saintly, right? Sister Saintly, wasn't that? Oh no, that was your nickname. Sister means you're the most saintly of all the sisters. Yeah. So, I guess this is an out of the box idea, sister. and it probably will win the contest just because my brain has been thinking of costumes for some reason. And you just got lucky by being the last person to ask for help. But I was thinking, like, of, you're having a party. Part of parties, especially at schools, once upon a time was apple bobbing, right? But what if we made an apple bob that was impossible around your waist, like, or you could actually do it, but you would wear it. Why? Great question, sister. Well, one, make sure we have waxed, really big apples. So that's part one, with the toughest skin possible. Real apples, though, but that food moderator can do it. Okay, then we make sure we have a deep vat, a deep basin, so you can't touch the bottom of the basin. And I think if it's on suspenders, that would have a little give to it. So it'd make it even harder to touch the bottom. Like you can even pull it down a little if somebody's, I think at the angle, if you were wearing it around your waist, again, it would have to be watertight. Yes, sister. But so that way, and we put a pool noodle around the inside of the outside rim, because the other strategy you would do is like get it under your chin and then use the wall of the rim to hold, and then you'd bite into the apple. But if a pool noodle's there, it'd be harder because you'd have to go under the pool noodle around it. Okay, I think I'm finished with all the decorations. There's no streamers? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, sister. There is no streamers. I didn't see any streamers in the decoration boxes. You were out of streamers, so I'll have to make them. What do I make? Toilet paper. Okay, sister. But make sure they're orange. So I should use crayons and markers to color toilet paper orange and black. Okay, you're going to go work on your costume? Okay, well, I guess I get to put up these. Well, markers don't work on toilet paper. And crayons don't work on toilet paper. Oh, boy. And I had a dream about Stan. Okay, these, okay, so these paints work pretty good. So I'll decorate these and then I'll hang them up to dry. They'll be hung up. But I was also thinking, Pen Pal, maybe I could wrap myself in TP as like a TP, like a costume, like I'm wrapped in stuff. And then I just stay here for the party. Like I sit in a chair because I'd like to see which sister won. But then I'm going to wrap myself in toilet paper now. But then I'm going to close my eyes. I'm wrapping my head. And, hey, Stan, Scooter, where have you been? You're covered in TP. Scooter, did you get TP'd? Kind of, Stan. And I also was like, somehow I was listening to you on, I don't know, sorry I'm late. Scooter, yeah, I wish you were here sooner. School's about to let out and Scooter thing. So, okay, let me get this toilet paper off you, Stan. Thanks, Scooter. Thank you, Stan. Oh boy. So when you last left off, you were trying to be edgy with the kids by telling them about Halloween tricks, right? Scooter, I was. And that's a motorcycle over there. Stan, I got bad news. Scooter, what is it? I think they made her listen to an episode of a podcast I deleted one time. Scooter, what do you mean? Well, I was like I wrote some fan fiction. There used to be a show called Knight Rider. So when I was thinking of Rider of the Night, I think that was like a romantic fan fiction about, so Knight Rider, there was Michael Knight and then there was Knight Rider. Then there was Kit. Okay, Scooter, you're confusing me. Okay, so there was Michael Knight. He was a human. Then there was a car, and then there was Kit. Kit was like a computer in the car or the car itself. I don't know. That was one of the things I debated about a lot. Was a car rider, and then Kit was a computer. But Kit was a computer in a talking car, or a car with a talking computer. But the car had some intelligence and sentience. Okay, Scooter, what do you mean? Well, I was just thinking these kids may have listened to that podcast I made because I called it Rider of the Night, like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Scooter, I don't understand. So it was a procedural show. I guess you could say it was episodically modular even, where Michael Knight worked for some, let's just keep it simple. Michael Knight was a heroic character along with his sidekick, Kit, and maybe the rider, the car. And he would go places in this car and solve problems for people between him and the car and his team. They would help somebody, like somebody wanted to take the town's water. He would help them. Scooter, like the A-Team? Same, like very similar to the A-Team. Like, Scooter, anything, so was there a Murdoch? I don't remember, Stan. I don't know. But, I know, like, please don't call. Scooter, I'm just wondering, so that why you were so connected to it. Well, I was more connected to it because I said, I was just writing, fiction about it that you would read after dark at night. Okay, Scooter, what does this have to do with anything? I don't know. Do you think are you listening into Stan and I's conversation, Bike? Oh, you are, huh? Edge Master 2000, eh? Okay. Pretty edgy, I heard. I heard you're heard it's pretty dull around here. Yeah, I was just talking to the soda machine because I got nothing better to do. Yeah, you know what I was thinking, that, I was just wondering, like, which is, like, so if you cut a hole, like, because you kind of look like less like a pizza cutter and more like a fabric cutter to me. And I always heard warnings, every time I go, let me tell you about my problems. Are you, because the thing that was always confusing to me about Knight Rider and Kid, am I talking to the whole bike or just to you? Okay, just you. That's what I thought. I mean, I get this, some of the whole parts. So anyway, back to me. Oh, I was wondering, because I used to like to, like, I get what you're saying about the universe, man. Like, I used to try to go to particle colliders or particle accelerators and ask to say, hey, what could you pop this bubble? Could your particle collider pop if I blow a really big bubble of gum? Like, and would you pop it? And then I usually have to say that over the speaker at the gate. Said, do you mind me coming by? I got 4 pieces of gum in my mouth. But they do always try to point out to me the difference of like ripping a hole in time and space. Now you're talking about cutting a hole. You're not even talking about cutting a hole. You're talking about cutting an edge into time and space, right? Stan, I think I put the Edge Master 2000 to sleep. Scooter, the teens are going to be here soon. I'm just wondering what we should do. Okay, well, my opinion, Stan, and I don't want to criticize you because I know most of the time you're the one figuring all this out. But I do think you kind of sold Halloween short, right? Because the whole purpose of Halloween is not just the tricks. It's trick or treat, but most of the time we get the treats. Okay, Scooter. So I just was thinking I wouldn't reward the teens because that would just make them more likely to. Okay, but isn't there anything we could do with the treat part that would help our situation? Because sometimes being edgy They call me the edgeless boy, Stan. So I'm the last person to go to about, remember Nana called me the not bad boy. Meaning, yeah, he's not bad at all. So I know, but one thing I know about Edge, you don't want like, Scooter, you're right. What if we, Scooter, I could create a Halloween party here. All the teens could take place. It would be good for business. The owner, I've been feeding information about Halloween, so it's already decorated. And I could give all the candy. Scooter, I think I have some sort of strange powers. I can create a simulation the teens will believe, because it'll be partially real somehow, where we'll have a Halloween party after the trick-or-treating, but the teens will go trick-or-treating here, and I'll give them all the candy that you would normally get, but I will cut edges off all the candy. So, okay, Stan, so you're talking about instead of a Reese's peanut butter cup, Scooter would be a peanut butter square with exposed sides. Or like a Milky Way. Scooter, yeah, it'd be the same thing, snack size, but more cubular. And what about like a Skittle? Scooter, we can do that, but I don't know if that's such a good idea. You'd have to sand the edges down. I think this is, so they'll be trading their edged candy, Scooter, with kids. Scooter, I'm already doing this. As you can see, the simulation's taking place. The teens are here. Wow, Stan, you do really have some cosmic powers now. And it's not going well. No one wants candy candy needs its edge. No one wants candy, it makes sense, too. Those Skittles, those M&Ms, even the Scooter, the teens are very dissatisfied with the edgy, yes. And, okay, Stan, the one thing I know about teens is, the party's letting out, now that everybody's alone, the motorcycle's starting to talk to them. And the teens are mad at the motorcycle. See, oh boy, yep, they're throwing their candy at the edge. Scooter, they're very unhappy. Yeah, Scooter, this kind of worked. It kind of works, Stan, but now teens are storming out. There's only one problem. Yes, Edgemaster 2000, you're the problem. I'm glad you were listening. And Stan and I realize that you will just find more teens with your sweet, sweet words. And obviously they're not going to listen to me or Stan. And eventually you'll gather the things you need to put an edge in the universe, huh? The only thing missing, though, is that while I'm talking, Stan's figuring out a better solution. And the fact is that, one of the ways we'll get there is that, many of the, the greatest, thing was that with the Rider of the Night was that Michael had feelings for both Kit and the car. And that was the underlying tension that kept me coming back. I never talked about it on the nose, but I would, create fake profile. Even though there was no other fans of this thing, I'd create fake profiles and take sides in the great Kit Ryder debate that the car was Ryder and the computer was Kit. And that seems to be the case with you and the bike, huh? In that you need it, but you're not. So it's like you're kind of, you need the teens because you need the bike and the teens. Scooter, I'm thinking of an idea, though. Okay, Stan, what's your idea? Well, Scooter, sometimes when you go on and on and on, it creates, it warms up some of my solid state electronics in a way that's not great for my processing. or when I anticipate you're going off on, I guess I know, Stan, but I don't want to. You're saying sometimes Scooter, I get frustrated. Okay. And Scooter, I was thinking of Meatloaf. Oh, yeah, that frustrated. And no, Scooter, the Meatloaf from the movie, the movie we watch every Halloween. Oh, okay. Eddie. Yes, Scooter. So Scooter, can you start dressing the motorcycle in this outfit? Okay, Stan. So you're going to dress the motorcycle like Eddie. Right, Scooter. And okay, that's very edgy looking motorcycle with pizza cutter for wheels. That's not a motorcycle, but it seems like a motorcycle. Yeah, sorry, Edgemaster 2000. This motorcycle's really edgy. Scooter, now what are you going to, what do you think we should do next? Well, if your theory's correct, Stan, we can't move the motorcycle because we don't know how much of the materials they got. But if the motorcycle were to start singing Meatloaf over and over again, like songs, waiting for the heart to start, and then I drive or whatever. Scooter, it would be better if it was singing, because I'm sure that the computer knows the correct lyrics. What if it was a perpetual loop of the motorcycle singing the incorrect lyrics forever in a terrible Meatloaf voice, a poor version of Meatloaf? I think you're probably right, Stan, that eventually the computer would realize that it needs to, that Scooter, we're going to go, Scooter, I guarantee it'll work. Okay, so it looks like it's starting. It is hard to listen to. Holy cow. Is that my voice, Stan? Scooter, it is. You recorded these. I found them in your room. Okay. Because I asked you to back everything. Scooter, correct. You asked me to back everything up. Okay. So eventually what's going to happen is we'll if we stop listening for our own sake, Scooter, it's already happening. The computer and the bike are canceling one another. Scooter, there's something delusional about this. Yes, Stan, that's exactly it. It's two different pieces of powerful delusion. You're right. I just realized that. So it seems like the only way to do it would be for the two pieces of delusion, like either to learn to live with one part of it, constantly singing Meatloaf forever, and I can easily debolt you and maybe buy you off the pizza shop, or we could just go to sleep. But if I was like I guess if I was a motorcycle, like there is a way, if I was a computer device on a motorcycle that thinks it's sentient, but it's just made from powerful delusion, and I was in the presence of a motorcycle that could cut edges in time and space, if I hit a right level of delusion, it would just cancel. We would just cancel all. Oh, there it goes. It's all turned to dust, Stan. Scooter, what happened? Well, it's like one of those things where, like, I don't know, like, what would happen factually, but basically we had two powerful chunks of delusion. A bike, it's delusional to have a device that would cut an edge in time and space, right? I guess, I guess so, Scooter. And it's also delusional to think you would use the device. But you can't have a device. But then, I don't know. So basically it's two pieces of delusion that were separate. And the only way, like the same vibrations cancel one another out, Stan. Oh, Scooter, you could have just said that. Yeah, but it took me a while to figure that out. Well, Scooter, it seems like we should Like maybe Scooter, maybe you want to eat some pizza and then lie in the booth and nap by me. Yes, and you go to sleep. I'll be here. I'm gonna have this booth and I'm gonna pat you and eat some pizza here together while we rest. Okay, Scooter, I'm gonna rest. Good night. Good night, Stan. Good night, everybody. Everybody, Scoots here. I want to thank everybody who became a patron recently. Lizzie, Coco, and Sarah. Thank you. Thanks, and good night. Jen, Alex, and Vanessa. Thank you. Thanks, and good night. Lynn, Bella, and Matthew. Thank you. Thanks, and good night. Erica, Alexander, and Danielle. Thank you. Thanks, and good night. Ben, Sophie, and Laura. Thank you. Thanks, and good night. Quinn, Teresa, and Mariel. Thank you. Thanks, and good night. Jamie, Sarah, and Rachel. Thank you. Thanks, and good night. Cynthia, Megan, and Sunny. Thank you. Thanks, and good night. Ashley, Amber, and Aaron. Thank you. Thanks, and good night. Risa, and Matt. Thank you. Thanks, and good night. Megan, Sierra, and Tom. Thank you. Thanks, and good night. Ed, Nick, and Bacon. Thanks, and good night. And Ian, Shazia, and G. Thank you. Thanks, and good night. Thanks, everybody who supports the show on Patreon, supports the show directly, or supports the sponsors. That's how we come out free twice a week, is that support. And we grow by people just spreading the word about podcasts or podcasting in general. So if you support the show, that's a huge help too. I really appreciate it. Thanks, and good night, everybody.